Are you struggling with early extension, as it's called, or you do not have an idea really of how the hips should be working? Well, I'm going to show you a quick drill here that I use very effectively with my clients, which helps them out immensely. And doing this drill is going to make you become far more consistent and strike the ball a lot better. So come on, let's go do it. Okay, so let's first of all just explain what I'm talking about here, just in case you don't know what this means. So what we tend to see a lot of golfers do, I have been guilty of this as well, and I'm still working on it myself, is where we see golfers, their hips start a distance away from the ball. And we're talking more the center of our pelvis, okay? And this center of our pelvis, what we've got to see, we've got to try and keep this in a consistent place, okay? We don't really want it, it can move in different directions. It can go forwards, backwards, sideways, and so on. We want to try and keep it fairly central. But one of the biggest faults we see a lot of amateur golfers do is they have a tendency to move this up into the ball, okay? Either it's on the forward swing or even in the back swing, we see golfers doing this, okay? So they move closer to the ball. This moving closer gives us what's known as early extension. And there's often times why people do this, you know, say they're going to come down very, very steep, for example. They know they're going to do this and they're going to then miss the ball totally. So to try and get the club head back on the ball, they will then probably extend. And you can see when I do this, it shallows the shaft. It's a shallower of the shaft. And this is then going to shallow the club out here, but they'll still slice it out to the right-hand side, and they lose power, okay, when you do this. When you're moving up with the ball, you're going to lose power, okay? So what we've got to try and get a feeling of is the hips are moving away from the ball. We want to try and always get them moving away. So it's the same, we're trying to use momentum here. So if I push my hips away, okay, through as I come down to hit the ball, I'm going to allow the momentum to really accelerate through because I'm pushing away from that move, from the club head. And if I can do that, I'm going to generate a lot more club head speed. And I've done videos before, and I'll drop a link below to that video where I explain a bit more about how the hips work using a little piece of cardboard, right? But what I wanted to do with this video was to show you a drill on how you can actually start working on better hip action, which is going to make you strike the ball a lot better. So the good old-fashioned chair drill, okay? We've often heard golf pros use this, and they'll use it, but they'll use it probably in our mind incorrectly, okay? No fault of their own. But what we often see them tell you to do is to use a wall or something that's firm that's behind you that you're going to rest your backside on. Now the issue with that is that I've had, and I've done this for years, is it's not actually the effective way because we don't want the pelvis to get nearer, or the center of our pelvis to get nearer to the ball. Now if I just put both cheeks on the back of this chair, the issue I'm going to have with that is my right cheek can't go deep enough. And that's going to cause then my left hip to come out and forward.